So as you guys know, nutrition is 70% of your results. If you guys want to get in shape, if you guys want to lose weight, like maybe you want to lose 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds of weight that's in your belly, and it's stopping you from doing things, stopping you from feeling the best that you could be, it's stopping you from, wearing the clothes you want. Maybe you're an XL, L, M, you want to wear like an S, like an M, feel good in your clothes, that's confidence, that's who you are, that's who you are meant to be, So this is going to help you achieve the goals you want. Or maybe you just want to build a better physique, look better, have more muscle in you, So here, we're going to talk about 10 main points that's keeping you back from getting those results. So first one is carbs versus fat. So we're going to talk about the keto diet and the low fat diet. Alright, and which one's better for you or which one is not better for you. Then we're going to talk about intermittent fasting, alright, if it's good for you or if it's not. Maybe it's harming your results, maybe you should do it. So third one is plant-based diets. We're going to go really deep into if that's a good idea for you to go ahead and do, depending on your health and all that kind of stuff. Number 4 is rolling sugar and obesity. So we're going to be talking more in deep of if you can have sugar or not, or if it's going to make you obese, or if it's going to help you achieve the goals you want. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. And number 6 is going to be truth about gluten. Alright, everything you need to know about gluten. And number 7 is going to be dairy. Alright, maybe you're lactose intolerant, maybe you're not. Alright, doesn't matter, this is going to be for you. Number 8 is going to be the impact of red meat in your health. Alright, so we're going to be talking about if you should stop eating red meat or if you should start eating red meat. Number 9 is going to be eating late at night. Many believe that if you eat late at night, you're going to be storing more fat. And the next day, you're feeling bloated, or over time, you're going to be gaining more weight. And we're going to be talking more in detail if this is really the case. Alright? Or if it's fine for you to go ahead and eat at night. And the last one is the natural versus processed food. Alright, so we're gonna see exactly if you should have only natural food or if you can't have processed food. And maybe you can, maybe you can't. So stay active, stay tuned, watch the whole video, and at the end I'm gonna teach you how to create your own meal plan, depending on if you wanna gain muscle or lose fat, or if you wanna lose fat and gain the muscle. Alright, or if you want to gain crazy amount of muscle as fast as possible. And then I'm going to give you the formula. Alright, this is a formula, the key component of how to plan accordingly on all those components. Alright, and help you reach the goal you want. Alright, because 2025, you're going to get the best results. Alright, if you're seeing this right now, congrats, you're in the best roadmap to reaching your goals. If not, if you're seeing this in a couple years, that's fine. Go ahead and make it happen. Alright? So let's do it. Alright, so first things first. Carbs versus fats. Alright, so carbs. So let's say you have low carbs. Meaning you're in a keto diet. Alright, and as you guys know, a keto diet means that you're going to be having almost 0 carbs. Focus on protein and fats, which means your insulin levels are going to stay down and you're going to be burning more fat. Alright, because carbs, all the carbs you don't use become fats, the extra fat you have in your body, maybe the belly you have, Of course, having too much carbs is going to get you that anyways, but in the keto, you're having 0. Alright, and the second one is low fat. Alright, because low fat, because people think having more research says having the fat. So low fat, because having too much fat can cause, high blood pressure, all the kind of health problems. But I'm gonna break this down: keto and low fat. All right, it's simple. Make it simple, simple, easy. So a keto diet, you are gonna be burning calories and lowering your body fat percentage, but it's not because you're not having any carbs. That's one of the reasons, but it's also because you're in a calorie deficit. All right, which is gonna cause you to lower your body fat percentage because you're not eating enough. So in a low fat diet, this is gonna help you in some ways because one, you're eating bad processed fats that are harming your body. So you should have a low fat diet if that's your case. Saturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, those are really bad, ugly fats. Focus on monounsaturated fats, all right, non-saturated fats. That's gonna help you in many ways feel better, look better, gain the muscle, lose the fat, hormone levels are gonna be feeling a lot better. All right, so we're gonna focus on those two. All right, but you are gonna have some carbs. All right, you are gonna have some fats. In this case, it's gonna be healthy carbs with fiber. All right, and there's gonna be healthy fats, mostly monohydrate, not processed, not fast. All right, it's gonna be healthy fats. You can find this in avocado, almonds. You can find this in oatmeal, black beans, pinto beans. Healthy fats is gonna help you feel better. All right. Talking about intermittent fasting. All right. So this is a big debate. People think that if you don't eat for a prolonged amount of time, let's say 12 hours or a whole day, the whole day you're going to be burning calories and, lowering your body fat percentage because your metabolism is going to spike. Your cells are going to start to burn fat instead of food, instead of carbs or fats or protein. And you're going to be getting in shape, right? It's that easy. Just don't do anything, This is fake, all right? I'm going to tell you why. One, metabolism, all right? So here, your body is designed to survive, all right? If, let's say, you're not providing enough nutrients to your body's going to say, hey, emergency, something wrong is happening here. And it's going to go to reserve mode. The reserve mode means you are not going to be using energy properly, all right? You're going to be storing your fat for later on, all right? And your metabolism is going to slow down. Poop, it's going to crash. So metabolism is going down. You enter a reserve mode where you're going to be reserving all the energy you can to survive, all right? Because your body doesn't know when you're going to be giving it food. It doesn't know when, all right? So this is not going to work if that happens, all right? In some cases, it's good. Let's say you fast for like 12 hours or for a whole week or for a couple, your body's going to reset, all right? All the bad you have in you is going to go away. All, the chemicals you're eating, because nowadays everything is processed. Everything is, chemicals, plastic here and there. So in that case, it's going to help you in many ways. But then what you have to focus is gaining the muscle, increasing your metabolism. Your metabolism is right here. That's why you're so fat. That's why you don't gain muscle. That's why nothing is working for you. Now, if you gain muscle mass, let's say you gain 1 pound, there's going to be 8 calories per hour that you're burning fast. All right. So if you gain like 10 pounds of muscle mass, you're going to be looking good in shape and lean. All right. But you're going to be having to eat healthy as well, Now, non-healthy carbs, non-healthy fats, that's not going to take you anywhere. All right. So you're going to focus on not being here, but really fasting here and there sometimes. All right. Not all the time. All right. That's bad for you. That's going to harm you. All right. Number 3, plant-based diets. So if you're vegan or vegetarian and you're in a plant-based diet, that means, so in this case, you're going to have a couple of problems and a couple of good things going on. It's gonna help you reduce any health disease like heart risk disease, like high blood pressure, like even it's gonna help you on your gut health is gonna improve. All right, because it's plant based. But in some ways, okay, so gut health, and as you guys know, everything is made in the gut. Now, every single thing you eat goes to your gut. If you got this healthy, your whole body is gonna be healthy. Now, second thing that's gonna go ahead and do is not enough vitamins. So this is gonna be deficiency in vitamin B12, some iron, some omega-3. So if you are in a plant-based diet, it's gonna be good and bad. You have to plan it accordingly. All right. So you're gonna be needing more nutrients. All right. Because you're not gonna have any meat. All right. We're gonna get your iron, your omega-3. Uh, your vitamin B12. All that kind of stuff is not gonna be there. All right. But your gut health is gonna be, your gut's gonna be healthier. So it's gonna be good and bad. So you gotta plan it. Don't just have this. Have this and this and this. It's gonna be more planning accordingly to get you healthy. All right. So that's it. This. Simple. Number 4 is role in sugar in obesity. I can say it. That's funny. So in this case, what if I would tell you you can have as much sugar as you want, but you can gain weight to lose weight no matter what you do, right? So in this case, what sugar does, in some cases, it's addictive. So you're eating too much of it, all right? And that's bad. All right? In some cases, you're eating good amount of sugar, which is not harming your health because you're not having too much. So you're having a good amount in between your calories intake, what you should have, and you're having healthy sugars. All right? So it's all about calorie intake. That's the only thing that matters. And sugar, they're carbs. And there's healthy carbs and bad carbs. So let's say you go for chocolate, and it has, the sugar of, chocolate. It's bad sugar. It's gonna one, get you addicted. 2, disrupt your hormone levels, and 3, it's gonna not be healthy for you. If you have too much. So have control amount of sugar. Like 50, 100 calories, and that's it. You know what I mean? There's gonna be in your grams of carbs you need on a daily basis. Of course, focus more on fiber. But if you have some carbs and sugar, that's totally fine. Go ahead and have it. But if you have addicted to problems and you feel you're not going to be able to resist all the sugar you're having, it's bad for you. Stay away from it. All right. And I wanted to say something else about this. So I think that's about it. I personally would stay away from it. Sugar nowadays are meant to be addictive. And this is what I wanted to say. Focus on this. Fruit. All right. Fruit is going to be so good for you. Healthy sugars in them. A banana, an orange, an apple, pear, all that kind of stuff is going to be healthy, good for you, good for your health, good for your gut health, good for mentally and physically. All right. Going to be giving you the energy before a workout, energy before doing something active, So focus on these 2 things when having sugar. All right, so we're in number 5, supplements. All right, supplements, are they necessary or overhyped? And I'm going to be 100% transparent in what you need. All right, supplements means supply, correct? It doesn't mean replace. All right, so you're supplying your body with extra nutrients, extra protein, extra fats, extra carbs. All right. So let's say you should, like to make an example, you should, I'm gonna put myself as an example. Right now I'm weighing 170, so I need 170 grams of protein. All right. From those 170 grams of protein, let's say I have a chicken, like 20, 50 grams of protein. Say I have enough meals throughout the whole day, and I end up having 150 grams of protein. All right. And I feel like I don't need anything else, right? And my carb intake has been a lot, correct? And my fat intake is on the point. So that's it. But I need more protein to build the muscle. It's not enough. That's like less than one gram of protein per pound of body weight. So I'm like, that's not good, right? So let's say I have my protein powder shake. It's lean, right? So it has 25 grams of protein per 120 calories. All right. Each gram of protein has 4 calories, right? So 4 times 24, 25 it's like 90 of 120. All right. So you have 30 more extra calories with fats and carbs, depending on what type of protein brand you have. All right. And I'll be 100% supportive on having supplements. I have them every single day, And then also, that's for protein intake, right? Now have creatine. All right. You need creatine. You know why? It's simple. A whole pound of meat, even more, is going to give you like a gram of creatine, which is the strength you need in your body, And not only physically, but mentally as well. You're going to be able to concentrate better, all right? You're going to be able to see more strength, less soreness, all right? And over time, after a month, 2 months, 3 months, you're going to see more results, all right? So just try it out. If it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, all right? I'm going to guarantee you it's going to work for you. Now, protein intake as well. Protein powders are really good. They're lean protein, healthy proteins. That's going to help you supply the body. If you don't like eating, if it's not easy eating, all right, if you need to hit 170, even if you weigh 200 pounds and you need 200 grams of protein, that's going to help you have 4 scoops, all right? Now, and you want to lose weight, even better, because it's only protein, all right? It's going to supply the muscles. Now, as you guys know, I own a supplement brand. It's called Z-Steel Fitness, all right? It's my page, and I really focus on giving you exactly what you have, even multivitamins. All right, are supplements. If you're like in a plant-based diet, you need multivitamins. All right, you need healthy fats, omega-3, omega-6. All that kind of stuff is going to help you in some ways. All right, so yeah, focus on supplements is going to be a boost to your results. All right. Now, number 6, truth about gluten. All right, so of course, gluten is for those people that can't have gluten. But nowadays, some people have been using the non-gluten-free diet to lose weight and get in shape. But researchers have said that you're missing so much valuable nutrient-dense food, like for example, whole breads. Every type of gluten that has nutrient dense foods in them, which your body will be happy to have, so don't limit yourself if you're not gluten free. If you don't have to isolate gluten in your diet, all right? So have it. It's all about how much you eat, so people overcomplicate this case and say, hey, I'm not gonna have any gluten, it's gonna help you in my life. Yes, in some cases it can help you, but you're missing out on so many things that could even help you even more. All right. Now we're number 7, dairy. Should you avoid it? In this case, are you lactose intolerant? If you are, avoid it, of course. In this case, there's a myth that says that when you were a baby, you were drinking milk because you were a baby, correct? From your mom. Now, cows have babies, and the babies drink milk of their moms, right? And now we as humans are drinking milk of a cow without being cows, which is bad for us. Well, I mean, that can make sense and cannot make sense. Can't and can. In this case, for example, dairy. I like to see it in the nutrient dense based lens. All right, so we're focusing on milk. Let's say milk, right, which is dairy. It has, what does it have? Calcium. Some of them have vitamin D. It has protein as well, correct? It has healthy fats. So it's healthy in some ways, correct? Also, some people feel bloated. Some people feel like their gut health is, they feel like they don't feel good after having it. They feel like throwing up, all that kind of stuff. And one, don't have too much. All right, too much milk. I've had in the past. I was a big milk drinker, and when I was a kid, so that in some cases it's not that good, and I have like a teeth having too much milk, and of course that's too much calcium. You would think that's good, but it's not good, in the long term. So that's a problem if you have too much. If you have the enough amount of milk on a daily basis with highly rich nutrients in them, it's good for you. Go ahead and have it. All right. Calcium, protein. That's all you need to know. Number 8, the impact of red meat on health. All right. Maybe you're wondering, should I stop eating red meat? Maybe I should have more. Many conclude that red meat is bad for your health. It causes chronic health disease, heart disease, a type 2 diabetes, all this kind of health problems because of having too much red meat. And it's true. Don't have it every single day. If you have it, you have to have a balanced meal plan with red meat and plant-based diets. All right? Have a balance, which is going to help you balance and have all the rich nutrients on the red meat that you're not having on the plant-based diets. All right, so that's my advice, and you can go ahead and do whatever you want, correct? Maybe in 2-3 years you're gonna have high blood pressure. Focus on plant-based diets. It's gonna help your gut health, and this is gonna help your nutrient-dense foods. All right, so go ahead and have both. Always balance that in every single thing. Be balanced. Don't go one extreme. Don't have red meat every single day. Have some chicken here. Have this, that. Be balanced. All right, that's the key component of life. Balance. All right, so right here, we're number 9. All right, eating late at night. All right, does it really matter if you eat late at night or early in the morning? Does it really matter when you eat? Timing is key, is it? I'm going to tell you something. This is a lie you make to yourself when you want to compensate something you haven't been eating so far, or just stop eating at night. Maybe I'm seeing this in the standpoint of my own personal viewpoint, where it hasn't been affecting me at all, and also in a scientific point where your body only needs, so you have 24 hours in a day. All right, if you eat enough food in that whole day, that's all it matters, correct? For example, some bodybuilders that need like a ton of calories, like 5,000-6,000 calories. They wake up late at night, have more to eat, because that's gonna once slow your metabolism, help you gain weight, help you gain muscle, correct? In that aspect, it's totally fine, right? But if you want to lose weight, if you eat late at night, most likely it's gonna be food cravings, correct? So you're gonna have food cravings here and there. You're not gonna be like me. I'm cooking eggs at midnight, all right? I'm having my avocado at midnight, all right? That's healthy. That's good for you. That's better than not eating, all right? Because you need a calorie intake that ends up the whole day being that exact number. Protein has to be that exact number. If it's not, go ahead and have a night. If it's midnight and you remember, hey, I need 20 more grams of protein, go ahead and make your shake. Have your shake. Go ahead and sleep. All right? Make it simple. All right? It's all about calories. All right? And if you're having food cravings at night, have healthy meals. Oh, crap, I'm here. Now, the last one, number 10, the natural versus processed food. All right, so processed foods. There's two types of processed foods, over and minimalized. So over processed foods are really processed foods. Those are gonna have less nutrients than a minimized processed food. All right. So here, less nutrients, more nutrients. All right. So now you choose which one you want. You can also only focus on natural foods, which is good for you. That's perfect. The one thing you shouldn't do at any time, any day, will be have over nutrient dense. Will be having over processed foods every single day. All right. As I was mentioning before, in some main points, is having a balanced life. All right. You can have natural foods and have some minimalized processed foods here and there. All right. Which also have fiber, healthy fats, some protein there, which is good for you. It's better than not eating. All right. Your body is like an engine. It needs fuel. If you don't give it fuel, then how it's going to move forward? It's not. It's going to get stuck there. And you want to keep going, correct? So we're going to focus on having some, if needed, and focus more on natural foods. Those are not bad. Some people say it is. It is if you are over-exaggerating on them. All right? Just don't over-exaggerate on them. Have enough here and there. All right, focus more 70-80% natural, 20-30% minimalized will be like 20%, and over processed like 10-5%. All right, so focus on your foods, be healthy. Now that you know a lot more about nutrients, about foods, about your meal, about your nutrition, now we're gonna go ahead and build your meal plan. We're gonna build exactly what you need to lower the body fat percentage, to lose fat, to gain muscle, to lose fat and gain muscle, or to gain crazy amounts of muscle mass. All right? You're gonna get in the best shape of your life in the next 3 to 4 months. All right? It's time for you to stop procrastinating, make action, take action, feel the best, put in the dress you want, put on the suit you want, feel good without clothes, see your six-pack there, see a nice chest, see arms. And that's gonna help you. Like a strong body means a strong mind. And mindset is all about how you live your life. What you eat is who you are. And you can eat not only food, you're eating knowledge. All right? So we're going to go ahead and create your meal plan. Let's do it. All right, so now we're right here. So, boop, boop, boop. All right. Okay, so now we are right here in the formula. We need a couple things, 2 things to start with. All right. First is going to be called a T, D, E, E, and a B, M, are. This is your total dairy energy expenditure. So this is your total daily energy expenditure. So I can write it here, total daily energy expenditure. And this is your basal zone metabolic rate. My handwriting is getting worse. All right, so here your total daily energy expenditure is going to be how much you are using on a daily basis. Your BMR is going to be your basal metabolic rate, how much you're using to survive. All right, we're focusing on calories right now. All right, so calories. So now this is going to be formula for men, formula for women. All right, so it depends if you're a man or a woman. All right, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is right now. All right, so right here we have the formula. So it took me a while to do it. I was going to explain every single aspect while writing. I preferred just writing it fast and telling you exactly what to go ahead and do. So here, first thing, if you're a man, so this is going to be your BMR, basal metabolic rate. Exactly know how much your body needs on a daily basis. All right. So this is men, 66 plus 6.23 times your weight in pounds plus 12.7 times your height in inches, and then minus 6.8 times your age in years. Then when you have this number, you're going to be coming here, sedentary, light active, moderate active, highly, or super active. All right. If you're super active, is 1.9, 1.72, and it goes down. All right. So you're going to be multiplying your BMR times, let's say most people moderate active. All right. If you have like a 9 to 5 and you're that way more active, more lightly active, because you only type and you're on a desk. All right. If you're active and your job requires physical labor, that's going to be moderate active or highly active, super active. Super active if you're working out like every single day, like high intensity. All right. Now, after knowing this number, let's say it ends up being 2,700 calories. We know exactly how much you need to maintain your weight, and this is going to be to maintain your weight after highly active day. All right. Now we're going to the important stuff, right? To gain muscle, this number right here, you're gonna have to be in a surplus, meaning you're eating more than you're consuming. All right. So it's gonna be 500 calories, around 500 calories on a surplus. All right. So you're eating more than you're burning. To lose fat is gonna be 500 calories less than what you're eating. Correct. Now to lose fat and gain muscle, this is a bit more trickier. All right. So you want to gain muscle, but you want to lose fat. So protein is going to be high, right? Carbs, fats are going to be low, and you're only going to be doing like 100 to 200 calorie deficit. All right. So you're maintaining the protein. You're working out at the same time because you have to be working out. Now, to gain crazy amount of muscle, protein is going to be high, carbs are going to be high, fats are going to be high, and you're going to be having like 400 to 700 calorie surplus. All right. In this case, you are going to be gaining more fats. So focus less on fat and carbs, more on protein and fats. Carbs for energy, of course, before every workout, but you're going to have 400 to 700 calories more. All right. So your daily calorie intake can be only protein, carbs, and fats, and the surplus can be more protein and fats. All right, which is going to help you with hormones. You know, your testosterone is going to go up, your workout is going to go up, your protein intake is going to go up. All right, so focus on those two levels. 400, 700 calories more. If you get to 500 calories, you're all you are just gaining muscle. If you're crazy amount of muscle, gain 200, 300 calories more. Of course, it's not recommended. Depends how your body takes it. All right. If your body's taking it great, keep going. Bulk. Get big muscles. All right. And yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. This is a lot of information. It's gonna help you reach your goal. So what you can go ahead and do right now is subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more videos and helping you reach your goals you want. Comment exactly if you have any questions here. If you have a specific comment you want to go ahead and, I don't know, maybe you think I've done something wrong, go ahead, comment. I'm free, I'm open-minded. And subscribe, like this video, all right? And you're going to be seeing more videos. Right now I've been posting about a push, pull, and leg workout, which you can go ahead and follow with this as well. There's nothing that's going to stop you. The next couple of videos is going to be flexibility, mobility. All right. And it's going to be who I am. It's going to be exactly, I have specific videos for specific dates that are going to come. So just down here, follow my socials, my Instagram, Dan Seal Coaching, Dan Seal Fitness, and I'll see you in the next one.